Alrighty, so we are back and we are going to be talking about the Zero Mortals Plan Extreme Z area and specifically how we can farm up this version of Zamasu in Goku. It's right when Zamasu takes Goku's body, right? What we need to do is go in here first and farm this character up the free-to-play way, and it's pretty simple, right? What you want to do, I'm not going to go like too in-depth with this, go to stage 2 to farm up the TUR of Zamasu. And in total, you're going to want to have, I believe, 29 copies of this Zamasu, and you want to run Future Saga LRs with the Oolong support memory, do all of that, farm up the copy, and then once you have 29, you're going to be able to do this, again, the free-to-play responsible way, right? If you want to use Kai's, you can, by all means, but I wouldn't recommend it. Then what you want to do is farm the Dokkan Awakening medals required to make him a TUR in stage 3, and then the medals required in stage 6. Now, this can be a bit of a frustrating grind because of the additional training items they toss in. You're going to find yourself running into a lot of issues with just like getting training items, but if you have a power level bonus, you're going to want to do this. You're going to be able to get a lot of extra drops, and you're going to be able to do that for 3 characters. So when you have 3 characters like this and you're all done and you have him ready to go to the EZA, then we can go ahead and go to the EZA area in order to get this character EZA'd in the first place, and then we can start working on the Super EZA. So the Extreme Z area right here, you guys can see, the Zero Mortals Planet is in the Dokkan Awakening tab, the 3rd tab in the story or the event section of the game. So you just scroll down a little bit, it's right below the Dokkan event for Goku and Vegeta. So the first thing you need to do is clear stage 1, right? This is going to be an LR EZA for Goku Black, and now I'll show you the team that you need to use to do so. So what you can do in here is some sort of mix of Future Saga characters, however you see fit. The best way is probably going to be running like this version of Goku Black right here, and then you can also bring the clones, right? This is going to be a very good all free-to-play team that you can just rock out with and get this done. So you press this right here, you refresh, it's going to force you to use this Trunks, but this Trunks is an all types leader. So you go into here and then you're going to play the stage over and over again, and you're going to be able to super EZA or just get the regular EZA for this Goku Black. So once you do that and you have him EZA'd, hopefully you've already done that process, but I want to at least explain to you what you're going to need to do first, so that way it's not as much of a hassle when you have to go through with it later. So make sure if you have not gotten this done already, this is the first thing you need to do. You need to farm up this character, get the Extreme Z Awakening for him, make sure he's EZA'd, so that way the Super EZA is a little bit easier, because I believe you're going to have this, you need to have this character at least SA10 and rainbowed in order, and EZA'd in order to get to the Super EZA stage. So that's typically how this stuff works. You want to make sure that you have this character ready to go, and you want them to be Super EZA'd at Super Attack level 25, because you're going to be able to just get the most buffs for the character that way. So please just keep that in mind. You want to make sure that you're getting done this process first. So I'll leave a timestamp in the description. Obviously, if you can just skip over this part, but this is the first thing that you need to do. Now that we've gone through this, and whenever we finish this event, we'll be able to move on and get into the guide of the Super EZA. So quick little intro here. I know it took about 3 minutes, but that is what you need to do in order to unlock this character. Zero Mortals Plan, go through the stage that drops the characters, and then the Dokkan Awakening medals. You want to farm up 3 copies of the LR, or if you're feeling lazy, maybe 1 or 2, and then use Kai's for the rest. But again, that's completely on you, however you want to do it. I'm sure a lot of you already have that done, but I at least need to make sure for those of you who don't have it done, that is how you do it. So now we can move along and go to the Super EZA stage. Now that we've done that, we can go to stage 3. So this is the process for Super EZAing. If you skip to this part, we went over how to farm the Goku initially. Now we're going to be focusing on how to get him Super EZA. So the first thing that we need to do is get the missions done that are going to give us 15 extra medals. And to get the 15 extra medals, we need to bring 2 characters. So we're going to take 2 clones off the team. Let's take off the physical one because he's type disadvantage, and we'll take off the STR one because he's type neutral. So the one character we need to bring is free-to-play Vegito Blue, and the other character we need to bring is Rage Trunks, who is also easy. You can EZA him via the Zero Mortals Plan thing. So this is definitely an event I feel that's a little bit more catered to those who have not re-rolled or don't have brand new accounts, but this is also not a required step. If you want to do just a clone team and you don't feel like farming up Trunks and Vegito Blue, you can 100% do that and it will still work for you, because you are only going to have to these are only for extra medals. It's not required, but this is going to save you a considerable amount of time. I believe this will end up saving you a good 5 or 6 runs. So if you can, I would highly recommend doing this, right? Getting all of the, I'm just trying to see how I want to play the orbs here, but I would highly recommend getting as the Rage Trunks and the Vegito Blue done. So hopefully if you have those characters done, that is going to save you a bit of time, but if not, no worries. This is how we are going to be doing this, just setting up a team like this. And then after this, we're going to go full on Goku Black with the clones, and we're going to be good to go. And it's going to be pretty fine and dandy. So this is definitely the way that you want to do things, because you're going to be running 2 of them, and I would have to look at the leader skills for the other clones to see if there's maybe a better lead in here, but you can 100% get away with just rocking it like this, and you are going to be good to go right now. Unfortunately, we were not lucky enough to get a clone linked up with a clone, so that is going to be a little bit of an issue, but I think we should be good to go either way in terms of where we're going to be in terms of the grind. So you're just going to want to play this over and over and over again. We'll see how long it takes to do this. I guess if you want to kind of follow along with the grind with me here, this is definitely going to be worth your time if you can get it done, right? Like, it's a really good free-to-play LR that's going to work well on a team that they're clearly trying to buff here, right? With the Extreme Class Future Saga, with the Rose and Zamasu character. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Stop it. Thank you. So at least we know that, like, this team is going to be good for the foreseeable future here. And getting a free option is going to be really good for a lot of players, especially if you were in the beginner player demographic, because it's just like free options that are actually competent is like a really nice thing that the game does not do too often, right? A lot of times with free characters, you're like, okay, like they're just nothing burgers, they're whatevers. And this is actually a rare case where to me, that's just not the case at all. This is a really good free character that takes a bit of grinding, but I think is definitely going to pay off in the long run. By the time that you're done doing that, right? So you want to make sure that you take care of that. So when it comes to the grind, also, I would imagine there's going to be some, I'm looking for the word here. There's going to be some question mark drops, which are going to be a potential bonus, which is also going to save you some time. And that'll also be good. And power level bonuses don't really work the same here, because you're not getting the awakening medals from the fight. Specifically, you're getting the awakening medals from the board. So you guys have to remember that is a pretty substantial difference. So if you do get a power level bonus, that is just going to be some training items, which is obviously helpful, especially with when you're farming up the clones and stuff like that. It's a decent bit of training and stuff like that. You have like LRs that you're getting. Just tough on the training items for sure. But you guys can see I only got 3 runs right there, and then I did an initial recording of this and I had to scrap it and try again. So we have we're getting 3 medals per run. So obviously that's not great. But if we do these missions over here, you guys can see we just got a bonus 15 medals. So now we are up to 21, and we are not going to need as many, because if we go and look at the Extreme STR Goku Black here, where are you at? I'm pretty sure I have you done and link leveled, right? I also got to EZA this hit. I've been super, like, I have the medals, I just haven't done it. But if we go to the Extreme Z Awakening, we are going to need 30 of these for the first step. And then once we have those, it's going to kind of slow us, not slow us down, but we're going to have to do at least 3 more runs of this. So now that we've done the special missions and all of that fun stuff, we can actually go ahead and take off Trunks and Vegeta here, or Vegito, and we can add a clone back. And then we really could just run another clone in that spot, like another like alternate art clone or something like that. But again, I just have not finished those yet. You guys can see I have a ton of extra, and it's just a bit of a hassle to get through with that and go get them from the drops. Like, I'm trying to be responsible with my stuff, and the game is kind of making it difficult to do that. So you guys know how that goes, but this is basically the setup, right? We're now up to 21, so we have to run this 3 more times, and then we are going to be able to actually EZA this, super EZA this Goku Black. So that is pretty exciting. I guess it's 45 to do the regular EZA, and then it is 30 to do the super EZA. So just like not used to free-to-play super EZA LRs. I guess maybe the Prime Battle Goku probably was 30 at the same time as well, and I just forgot. I forget a lot, you know, Dokkan, it's a cycle. You got to go through and do stuff for this celebration, that celebration, and it's easy to forget like how many medals it took to super EZA this free character from X amount of months ago, right? So not a big deal, but 30 medals is what you're going to need. So you can either run it 5 times and get the missions, or you can run it 10 times with the clones without running the missions of like, Vegito Blue and the Rage Trunks. But this is the method for doing so. So now we have to run this 3 more times, and we are going to be good to go. You guys can see the free Goku Black is actually just getting torched right now when we're doing this. So that's not really ideal. We don't want to lose here, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's should go without saying, but you never know. But the next turn, if we don't get this done here, we're definitely going to get it done because we have 3 of the clones, and the clones are just doing a little bit more, right? Quite a bit more, excuse me, in terms of the defensive side of things. And it's just like that that Goku Black, the Zamasu Goku Black, is just hella old. So got a link level there. We'll take that. Been working on link leveling them, but I had to go record. You know, we got to make videos, so we can't just sit here and link level all day. Got to make sure that I have all the guides up before, probably by the end of tomorrow, I'll have every guide up that I want to have up. But now what we are looking for, like what we're really looking for right now is a question mark. Like that would be massive, and we're not going to get it here. So we're up to 24. This run's going to be 27, and then the next run is going to be 30. So I think if you were to start from scratch, it's going to take like a little over an hour and change to get everything done. But if you already had the Zamasu and Goku Black unit, like you are big chilling, right? Like you basically already have everything you need. You just have to go in here and run this a good 5 times in order to get the 15 required medals, and then the additional 15 will come from the missions. So not too bad whatsoever. But again, it's just going to take whatever the amount of time you spend in this. If you don't have Vegito Blue and Trunks, just double it and give it to somebody else, right? Like that's basically what you're doing here. So it's pretty cool that like this event, this celebration so far has been like a huge W for Dokkan. Like I know that people were upset about the fact that like these characters aren't fusing, but to me so far, it's been like pretty freaking crazy with the way that they've been doing things. Just overall, right? Like when you just think about like the overall magnitude of the celebration, I've had really like, other than them not fusing, it's just like W, W, W every time. Everything I see is just a W. That's really how I've been feeling about this lately. And I think Truth tweeted it, but it was like the stream didn't really give us like even half of what we were going to have in here, right? So it's pretty crazy. Because the marketing for it, like leading up, was a little bit scary. But not only did we get all of this free stuff, all of these W's, we got like what seems to be the new hardest fight in the game, maybe the hardest fight ever. So I'll be really interested to try that. Maybe we do it on video. We'll probably do it on stream. I don't know how much y'all care about that in terms of like what I'm uploading for a video. But we'll see, right? It all just kind of comes down to like, what do I want to adapt the philosophy? You guys let me know in the comments. Do you want me to just go with the philosophy of everything is a video, or do you want me to keep things a little bit more concise, right? I'll let you guys make that decision. So 27 medals, and then again this last run right here is going to be the big 30 spotter, and then we are going to be good to go. A triple clone turn right here is actually really good, because there is a chance we can just get out of here in 1 turn now, assuming we get like an additional super or 2, and we're going to be looking pretty damn good, and we'll be all set to get the EZA done. And yeah, it just wants to hit us with a super right away. Okay, 69 damage. Yeah, so looking really good. When it comes to other free characters, if you want to figure out the clone team and the best method for that, go ahead and watch that video. It's up on the channel now. Really a bit of a hassle, honestly, and it takes some pretty insane methods like compared to what we've seen in the past. But overall, I wouldn't say it was too bad. Just a bit of a time crunch, right? Like it just took a bit, so that was a bit annoying. But overall, it wasn't too bad. Last night I was like struggling to get it done. Like I was falling asleep. My phone was about to die. But I like that method. We'll definitely come back and make sure that we rainbow the alternate art versions of the clones too. But I'm not sure if I'm going to get that done today because, again, if you guys don't know, the characters are literally just the exact same. They just have separate they just have separate arts. So don't worry too much about which ones you're getting. Whichever one you have more of, just go ahead and rainbow that one. But there's a good chance the version that you're looking at right now on the bottom right-hand side of your screen is going to be the version that you want. So that is how we do this here. This is how we do it. Now we're up to level 30, taking about a minute per run on the stage, about a minute 30. And now we've gotten the extra stone for clearing it 5 times, and we have the medals that we need. So if we go over here, we go to Extreme STR and we awaken, we can go ahead and EZA, Super EZA, this Goku Black character right here. And now his passive has been updated. You don't have to do anything with the super attack levels or anything like that. And because you guys are here, let's go ahead and do this really quickly so I don't forget. But this has nothing to do with the video. I just decided to do it anyway. But after you do that, you can go over here to your missions, collect whatever you need to collect, see what's in here. This is for the memorial stones, getting all that done. And with that, you should be good to go. You're going to get some extra Hercule statues over here. And then I believe this is partly going to be unrelated. This is for the special battle, so that's a whole other thing. But that's it for this one. So Let me know down below what you guys think of all of the fun stuff here. Are you excited for this character? Will you be getting the grind done today? You doing it tomorrow? All of that fun stuff in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to leave a like before you go. Subscribe if you're new, so that way you don't miss out on any of my Dokkan content. Got a whole lot more stuff coming, right? We are busy, busy, busy. So subscribe if you're new. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one.